being an independent person and then having illness take you down several notches is something so humbling. It's humiliating. It is frustrating. It is so many things. There are so many words that can describe it, but it doesn't actually encompass how it actually makes you feel. Knowing that you don't have the capacity to do the things that you used to be able to do and wanting to do so much more. Healing is a process, and I know I've made my way to that state already where I was able to reverse my diabetes, take myself off medication, and I'll be able to do that again. I'm not currently taking medication, and there's a lot behind that. The medical system in America sucks. The healthcare, so I say medical because healthcare is not giving any healthcare. It gives you more frustration, and it makes things a lot worse. Getting one appointment from one doctor and then like having to wait months for an appointment and then them not really checking you properly, like checking your vitals. How if I went after waiting almost a month to see my doctor? She didn't even take my blood sugar. Like she did not, and it's diabetes. She had no idea, and I was asking her for medication. She's like, "Oh, go see a specialist." Um, Specialists cost extra, and you're right here. You've already prescribed me certain things already, so you could help me again. All I'm asking right now is for a continuous glucose meter. She's on and off, and it's very frustrating. I She's not paying for it. It's not coming from her. My insurance pays for it, and she's not doing it. Of course, I'm gonna see another doctor, but even the doctor that they just put on the insurance card, I just thought, let me just try that. Let me try it, and then I can't get hold of anyone in there either. Anyway, once you do get to see your regular doctor, and then they send you to the specialist, but then the specialists don't have appointments until way later down the line, which is even more frustrating. You're dying before you get to anybody. And honestly, I'm gonna be marking this, and I I don't want to be martyr for anything or anything, but if I die in the process, I'm showing the process here. I'm actually trying. I am trying. I'm not one that completely dismisses modern medication and things like that. I just don't believe that's something that should be lived on. I feel like they should be helping you get to a stage to where you're able to receive health again, right? So there is a place for all of this stuff. And to me, yes, I can say, okay, insulin is a poison to your body, well, the artificial one, because there's side effects with everything. But at the same time, if it's able to help my sugar remain low enough in order for me to be able to continue the practices to keep me healthy, then I don't mind doing what I have to do. But just getting access to that is very frustrating, extremely frustrating, because everything, there's red tape around everything. I can't just go to a pharmacy and say, hey, I need insulin, can I just pay for this and out of pocket and whatever? You're going to need a prescription. And if you have somebody that is lackadaisical, yeah, so it's my due diligence to find a healthcare professional, but it's just the timing, and then you have to live. And then I can't even work how I need to work. Like just standing up for a few minutes some days it's a hassle. Like it's so taxing on my body just to be able to walk from point A to B. And then there are days where I get the energy and I'm able to do a lot. When I am able to do that, I do. I want to get to a place where I'm doing a lot all the time. I can, not to say I will, but and again, it's just coming from a place where I've always been able to take care of myself, and not being able to, and like relying on other people, seeing people's true colors. This is helpful to that. So there is, when I say there's no such thing as good or bad, there just is. Like you can still change your viewpoint and see that it's good coming from this, because I'm learning a lot. Of course, I'm learning a lot about the health care system. Even though, because even with insurance, it's still not. Anyway, so I'm learning about the healthcare system. I'm learning about people and how they would treat me if I were ever to get healthy again. And then later on in life, just when I get old, I'm not relying on anybody. There's no one to, not to say anyone's wrong or bad. Everyone's going through their own thing, so I'm not expecting anything from anyone in particular. But the people that you believed would be there or understand are kind of shrugging things off. And yeah, if I don't make it, at least hopefully something will change and people will learn that this is not okay. Like there needs to be a better way, because everything is like around money. Like it's, I, yeah, it's just all. Anyway, I'm gonna make more of an effort today to get a hold of somebody and try and expedite a doctor's visit. I should be in a hospital right now, but I'm tired of that. I go to the hospital. They put me in the ICU for a few days. I get frustrated. I signed myself out the last two times because they're not doing anything extra. It's just racking up more of the bills. But either way, I'm supposed to follow up with doctors and specialists, and that's the point where it's pointless. Like if you don't have the right medical professionals helping to do the right thing. Now I feel like I have a good endocrinologist, and I will attempt to go without a referral. But I believe I needed a referral last time, and my doctor's refusing the referral this time. She's obsessed with my weight loss. I'm starving to death. She's worried about the weight loss. I'm literally starving to death. Starve yourself. If you want to know the secret, starve yourself. Because go get diabetic ketoacidosis. Go and eat everything, but nothing helps you put weight on. How about doing that? Because that's so frustrating. And no, but like I would like someone to actually come and see how she's conducting herself in the visit. It was okay when I was fat and sick, but now I'm working my way to health. And my body, yes, it looks nice because I've been working out on top of starving, but my body's literally starving. It's not getting what it needs because I can't eat what I'm supposed to eat because it brings my sugar levels too high. I can't get medications to help balance out. I'm doing it naturally and it is going down slowly. Anyone that knows if you do holistic care and stuff, that's not immediate. And that should be done along with something else that is going to help and then slowly get myself off the medications. Yes, there are other ways, but right now, I've done it before. Trust me, not everybody's body's going to work the same. And yeah, I'm just frustrated. I just wanted to voice my opinion. I don't care anymore. Like I'm not afraid of death. I'm not afraid of leaving anything behind. My son will be okay because he seems like he's okay already, right? So whatever. I'm just tired right now, and I shouldn't be because I slept a little bit. And that's another thing. Sleep isn't that good when I do get it. I'm not resting up. I'm not getting enough protein. Just frustrated. So I just called the doctor's office, and her husband, who is the secretary, just let me know that they didn't put the claim in correctly, and they were offered a denial. And instead of communicating that to me, they just left it. This is what's frustrating because even beyond that, I've called several times. I can't get anyone to hold in there. I leave a voicemail. I left messages with him. So why isn't that information being told? So anyway, I already decided I'm moving on. I already decided before the call, to be honest with you. I just needed to make sure I had something to test my sugar. In the meantime, I don't want to take my frustration out on anyone because I'm in physical pain. People don't not understand. If you are physically sick, you are physically in pain. A lot of the tolerance that you would normally have is gone. You cannot coddle people's feelings when you're letting them know that you need assistance in a particular area, and you have to explain how to do your freaking job. I'm begging for you. I'm moving on. That's it. Anyhow, I'm going to spend the day looking for that. I'm supposed to be spending the day making a sustainable living. But instead, I have to do that, and that is a part of it because if I don't get well enough, I cannot continue to produce what I need to produce the income that's needed, that's required to live in America. And if you watched at this point, thank you. I just want to explain a little bit. Yes, health, I was doing really well. Financially, I decided to go back to work. Anytime I end up going back to a job, it throws my health off completely. I guess it's because I'm not able to put that time and attention into myself. And that is the main reason I'm pushing so much with social media, just because it will allow me to do the things I love to do, help educate. I don't mind exposing myself because I came from a place of, hey, do this. And what I'm saying to do is still a healthy thing to do. It's just, for me, adding the added stress threw everything off. And now I've been forced to get back to that healthy state again. So what I'm teaching online as far as keeping the type of foods and like workouts and things like that, that is all still very valid. Managing stress is a main one, and unfortunately I wasn't able to manage stress because of the outside element of somebody else's job. It's not for me. I don't, every time I've attempted to do somebody's job, I ended up in a critical state. So yeah, just make sure you're seeking peace with everything I'm educating on. And this is also educational. Just life, you can do all the things right, but at the same time, you just have to make sure. Yeah, I wasn't sleeping. I was like burning the candle at both ends, and because I was a lot healthier, of course, I had reversed my diabetes. So of course, I felt like okay, I could continue going, but yeah, just not eating on time. When you're at home, of course, you can put yourself on a schedule. When you're working for other people, you have to eat when it's available to, and I was forcing my body beyond its capacity, out of necessity to keep a roof over my head. So just balancing again. It's just the way of the world. That's the way of America, right?